That being said, the backup deck is another Archway Tamiyo meets the Story Circle deck. Now, this deck wasn't that popular last week, our Eldrazi build, but I think it was good. We had a pretty good record with it last time, and I want to explore this Tamiyo plus Archway shell some more. And so we've done it with Eldrazi, and this is instead a Urza build. So kind of the idea here is that in a similar way that we had Kozilek's Command as a way to cast our Ulamog and Emrakul if we didn't have Archway plus Tamiyo, now we have Urza alongside Tamiyo meets the Story Circle to cast our big stuff, and Urza can also spin into your big stuff too, which is pretty interesting. And I will say, usually not a big Urza fan. Urza has been pretty good for me so far in testing. Additionally, we have Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. That is not only now like one big problem with the Eldrazi build is Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. It was really only good in games where you had Archway. The card was like kind of a blank card otherwise, and that's kind of okay for combos sometimes, right? But now you have Tamiyo meets the Story Circle with Urza Saga. You have it with Kappa Cannoneer. You have it with Urza Lordheart Artificer. Now this card is just like crazy in the deck. This card is like phenomenal to draw basically every time. And we also have a Saga plus Expedition map to find Archway. Should we miss? Still a Chalice of the Void deck. We're playing 5 Talismans in this build. Lrien Revealed is still mostly better than the basic island because you have very few 1-drops, so I think you still want to play 4 of these, and it's a good hit off Urza, and it helps for Force of Negation post-board. Does Urza do anything without Tamiyo? Okay, I'm going to go in. I don't know what this question even means. I sincerely no idea what you're asking. You could maybe sorry, does Urza do anything without Tamiyo meets the Story Circle? Yeah, it's pretty good to activate. And you're in Ugin's Labyrinth deck, you can cast the card on turn 2. So like having another powerful 4-drop to ramp into with Labyrinth Talisman is pretty good. Alright, keeping this one. Get the box filled up to date. Yeah, I think those who watched the Eldrazi build last week saw that like this shell is pretty like powerful and exciting. I really do want to be working on it, but it was also like a deck that like basically nobody tuned in for last week. But I really like this, so we're gonna keep sticking to it. I guess I should probably go Talisman Shadowspear here. If this is Boros, Shadowspear is a pretty important card to get down. This seems to not be Boros though. But at the very least, I think this Urza build is also like very, very sweet, and like I think it solves a lot of the problems that the earlier build had. Where like now Tamiyo meets the Story Circle is like just almost always a great card. This is the first Urza Saga deck Spike built in years, not years, but it's been a little while. It's been a little while. Like Saga's still good, and like like Affinity is doing good. It's still good in Titan, but it's just it's weaker than it used to be. And so I am kind of dramatic about that fact sometimes, I guess, but it is still a playable card. Let me get the command up to date. Maybe we'll have the Frogulous Unearth piles. I mean, I think they're good. We had a build yesterday. Okay, we're up against Creativity. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I could Otawara a token here. I think we're cycling one of these. Okay, so I think we're going to slam the ring this turn, since a ring is very good against the Archon of Cruelty triggers. And then let's grab Expedition map so we can find an Archway of Innovation, potentially. Don't need to worry about Spell Pierce because we have Chalice. They could have another counterspell, though. Actual, factual counterspell. So probably just going to hardcast Lrien Revealed next turn. Assuming they don't just double arc on me. Make sure it is Archon. It is, I think we're going to, I guess we could draw a ring still. Ring into some like crazy series involving Archway could still get there. Okay. Game 2. Probably an okay matchup overall. I think I'm going to cut the Chalices for forces. Chalice doesn't seem so bad though. Maybe I could like cut the Soul Guy Lantern and play at least the first Chalice. Wait, what did I just drag them over here? Maybe we can let's play a 2-3 split of Chalice Kappa Cannoneer. I think I like the look of that. Okay, on the play. The ring is pretty good. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I think it's just a little too slow. Mulligan to 5. My opponent's on 6. We have both of our Chalices here, so I guess I'm gonna put back a Chalice and then the Talisman. Yeah, I'll pay up the prediction. Is it creativity interesting? Do you have any love for creativity at the moment? I don't know. I don't feel like I have had a lot of love for creativity overall. Like over the course of like the deck's existence. Maybe I should have kept Talisman over the Lrien Revealed. Kind of interesting. I also maybe should be just playing Island this turn too. I think it's okay to play Saga instead. Because if they just hold up Counterspell this turn, I'm just gonna blank the mana. How often is Talisman actually better than land in a deck like this? Basically every single time you have Ugin's Labyrinth and can play one of your 8 2-drops on turn 2. Talismans are very, very important in your Labyrinth decks. I might even if I draw a land, I guess I can't go make a Saga token, crack map for another Saga. Okay, but now I can resolve the ring unless they have a force. I have my own force. Yeah, so I'm gonna slay my ring, which is again very hard for Affinity to deal with sometimes. And then I think it's probably more important for me to kill the Shaman token than it is for me to attack for 4. Thoughts on Chalice's overall well playability moderate. I mean, Dimir and Boros are the 2 most popular decks, and it's good against both those decks, and it's not bad really in most matchups, and so I think that kind of simple factor makes it shout out factor, by the way. Makes it pretty main deckable. Not today. Spell Pierce back without thinking. Dang it. All right, so I'm down to 19. Second ring to blank Archons could be good. If I could play an Urza, maybe I would do that instead, but I don't have a... I've been thinking about cutting the Gemstone Caverns for another island. The Caverns has been kind of awkward, if I'm going to be quite honest. Okay, then I can't quite play the... I mean, I guess I'm actually 3 artifacts away from Cannoneer. 2 artifacts? 2 artifacts. So just pass back. See if they have a second... People are playing Brothers Hidden already, too. It's kind of funny. Deduce. Hope we can find another Force of Negation for creativity. Still no tax. We have the Minamo, so we could, if we draw another blue source, we could maybe play Urza, then untap the ring with Minamo, looking for a Force of Negation. So this seems like a plan. Sorry, I shouldn't have tapped the Caverns. Why is our graveyard showing number of types? I don't know. Good question. Is Cannoneer good in the shell for more interaction? I've liked Cannoneer so far. You could maybe play more interaction. It gives you like a pretty good plan B. You're an Urza Saga Shadowspear deck that plays Tamiyo meets the Story Circle, so you have a like it's another good way for your meets the Story Circle to be kind of good beyond your usual applications. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. It helps you fight Dimir too by kind of overwhelming their interaction, I think. Oh, no creativity. Wow, so lucky. Okay, so down to 15. I guess we just cast Emrakul. Emrakul costs 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They can consign. They have to sack the treasure token. Okay, cool. I think you could cut the 4th Cannoneer if you really wanted to, though. All right, going to game 3. Is Talisman ever better than land? Yes. Okay. Keeping this, we do kind of need to draw another land, but we also have the Expedition map to hit our second land drop, even if we do brick. My opponent plays a Steam Vents, untapped. Oh, sorry. It totally looked untapped to me. We do find land number 2, Talisman. Map. Your turn. Just slamming, I think. We have all the 4 drops in the world. I think it's gonna start slamming them. Force of negation, pitching a snare. Deal. Imagine being scared and playing Talisman there, and they just snare you. So they graveyard a mountain. 4 cards in their hand. They do hit their land drop, but it's tapped, so no Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I draw an island for turn. So I think I'm going to play my Talisman here. Oh my gosh, they are so F6'd. Okay, well, I'm just going to play a Ring. And then... yeah, maybe they'll just put an Archon of Cruelty into play. That would be pretty dang beatable. Like an Expedition map for Otawara, maybe. Hopefully they don't have like a Trasodon or something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough mana to Urza then map for Otawara and... oh my gosh. Sorry. I meant to tap the Ring first. So tap 2, crack map, get Otawara, and now I'm 1 mana short, and I have just used my 1 mana kind of foolishly, huh? Sorry, chat. Should be pretty okay overall. I'm gonna equip onto the construct, I think. Sack the Urza since I have another Urza. Should have been a big blowout turn. You can Otawara for 3. I know I can Otawara for 3. I would have only had 2 mana afterwards, though. Because I can't tap the map for mana and sacrifice it. So taking 9 down to 12, then down to 11. That sacrifices worse against Brotherhood End, I guess. Just a Fable, though. So get hit down for 7 life, or down to 7 life. We draw an Urza Saga. This is going to chapter 2, not chapter 3. I draw 3 cards. So let's cast Urza first. Then I would like to Chalice in 1 to play around Consign, although it does seem like my opponent is F6'd. And then so I'm going to tap this for mana. So I can't ring, or I can't make a Saga token, ring, and attack, so I guess we're just going to ring a ding ding, then attack for 9. So we are protected from the Archon of Cruelties. Oh, graveyard types for Emrakul, duh. Thank you. Get to Emrakul, our opponent next turn. Like, Emrakul just goes so over the top, is so cool. Maybe they could have another Consign here, though. I'm still of the opinion that these Izzet decks need Force if they're on the White Splash. But my opponent is playing Force. I do think that seems like a pretty reasonable opinion to have. Urza is still powerful. Yeah, I think Urza has been feeling much stronger in this deck than Urza decks have in a while. Yeah, boarded out my Lantern. All right, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Emrakul costs 9 mana. So I can attack. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was just trying to okay, well, I was now I started thinking about consigned memory, but if my opponent's just gonna tap out, things get to be simple wimple. Sorry for saying that. Sorry. Okay, 5. Cast Emrakul. No, they do still have Archon of Cruelty in play. Okay, they just conceded. Well, that was a pretty fast and a good-looking first match. Okay, so I'm going to keep this. Oh, we're up against Will Hall. It could be. I know Will does like, in fact. Sure, meets the story circle would be nice. What did Strand go? I'm going to cycle Lrien Revealed instead of casting the map here. I got your sign, DRC, wrap. Come to Vegas. See you there. Oh, playing Dimir. We're getting at turn 2 unearthed. Lucky British bastard. Damn, that's good. We can draw a Tamiyo meets the Soaring Circle. We can go pretty over the top, though. Though Emery Urza with Mox Amber at all. Maybe it can be a Mox Amber. Okay, we did draw Tamiyo meets the Soaring Circle. Hold on, let me respond to that in a second. Must be nice. Must be nice. If I see about you sign your children, no, I think that's on the list of no signs for me. Yeah, so Emery Urza with Mox Amber. So like, the thing is, Urza is not good with Mox Amber. It's like it's an Ornithopter. Midnight is the same. I guess it's kind of nice it ramps into it or whatever. But overall, it's not like the most powerful thing to do. I will say, that I really like the Emery Mox Amber Basim deck that we have top 8'd a couple challenges with. We didn't ring into 1 open mana. Well, Tamiyo meets the Soaring Circle, if this resolves, allows me to cast Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, next turn, which is going to win the game. Even through Counterspell. Both lines were weak to Force of Negation. But there's even a chance that Will doesn't Force of Negation the Story Circle. Second Oculus. Okay. Well, if we can maybe... I don't think we can go Urza into ring. Yeah, Oculus is better than Murktide in these decks because it makes the Boros matchup much stronger. Aggie with the 2 years. Thank you. Welcome back, my friend. We are going to game 2 over here. The turn 2 on Earth Oculus is always so crazy. Okay, so we're going to bring in Disputes for sure. I think I'm cutting Cannoneer number 4. Talisman number 3. Don't know if we want to... I think map is kind of slow. Got Chalice number 4. Do this. I don't think... We could play Dismembers too. They're pretty good. I think is I don't know. I even like don't want to go this low on Kappa Cannoneer, but I think on the play I'm not going to play the Dismembers. Maybe on the draw we'll play them. Maybe on the, yeah, I think on the play will be more on Chalice, and on the draw will be more on Kappa Cannoneer. This hand would be insane if one of these Chalices was an imprintable, but I think I'm still going to keep. We get to play a Chalice and then if we draw an imprintable next turn too, we even get to go like Talisman into Chalice, which would be kind of nuts. Would Cyclonic Rift be a crazy addition? Yes, Cyclonic Rift is very, very, very far away from being a playable modern card. It is not like it's not good. I would discourage you from like really thinking about it when you are thinking about your modern decks. I know that like Mono Blue Tron has for a long time or oftentimes played like one Cyclonic Rift, but it has always been bad for whatever that's worth. Okay, Will takes the ring. I'm going to Chalice. The next turn we can go Island Cycle, Talisman. Just doing it as the viewer suggested deck. I don't know. I built this deck off stream. We had talked about building the deck with Urza. This had been a tree I'd been barking down for a little bit off stream. We have definitely chatted about this deck on stream. Okay, they have a frog. A little late to the party now that I've played both of my Labyrinths. Oh, sorry. This one. Hopefully they got a lot of 1-drops in their hand. And no counterspell for my Urza. They play a Sink into the Stupor as a land. That doesn't bode so well. With trimming an Urza over Kappa near sideboard option, Kappa seems like absurdly difficult threat for Demir to answer. Maybe that would be good, yeah. What do you think of all the standard RCs? I don't really get why they say 2 standard RCs and like not just standard Pioneer Modern. To me, this is one of one of the things Wizards could do that it just seems like obviously like something they should do. 1 standard, 1 modern, 1 Pioneer, and I don't know why they just cut out the Pioneer RC. It is just yet another case of Wizards seeming to do things at random. Their ways are indecipherable so often. Qualify RC with Glimpse, deck with Silent Package because you see the list. So we do deck techs with channel points only, Don. We've done paid deck techs. We've done a few different structures, and it just becomes a bit too chaotic. So if you get the channel points up, I'll take a look. It does sound fun. Standard makes more money. That's all. I mean, sure. Yeah. Yes. I do seem to. That does seem to be the case here. It's not random. I mean, it feels a little random, y'all. Can I cast this Ulamog next turn? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess not. With any real draw. Could just spin though. Did Watsy announce the new GP events, or is it 20? There are new GP style events, so hopefully like there's some Pioneer style GP events. Do you think Psychic Frog would be better if it was a 1-mana 0/1? Yeah, it would be much better. It would be banned. Yeah, this still puts me one short of hardcasting my Ulamog. Come on, Emrakul Ulamog. I guess Ring also. Okay, we have a Chalice in play. Alright, Dead to Will. Good draws. Ooh, we have the combo. Against Lrien the Spellseeker. You know, the whole reason we stopped doing paid deck techs is they were too disruptive to the stream, and I'm not going to sit here and build an EDH deck for you. Peace and love, peace and love. Okay, so my Emrakul is going to cost 10 if I discard these 5. No, don't Lrien me. Don't Lrien me. Stop. Okay, whew, they're just reading. They're going to have their 1/4 of negation. Have you ever tried to brew a Shape Anew? Yeah, I thought you knew this Toborg. We've had some Shape Anew decks over the course of the years. All right, goodbye to these cards. Hello, Emrakul the Promised End. It could be good to, like, honestly wait a little bit on this. Because if they just counter and I can't really mess up their hand too much, it could be bad. But it should be okay. Okay, that was very weird glitch. It says it still was asking me to pay 2, but the spell is on the stack. Just casted an Emrakul on turn 3. Main deck Consign. Just a counterspell. Alright, they're gonna have 5 cards in their hand, and they're all gonna be 1-ofs. Fuck. Well, dang. Yeah, I can't pitch the force. I do find Galvanic Discharge. Okay, so I'm going to spend all their energy to kill the Channeler. And I think I'm going to go Fail to Find on Lrien Revealed. We also get to see what their deck looks like. Hello, Kuzad Man. Archway of Innovation. That's the whole deck. Tamiyo plus Archway of Innovation. Alright. I'm going to take a screenshot, I guess. So we're getting Blood Moon next turn. But we do have a lot of islands in the deck, and we have 10 clues to rebuild with. Let's go ahead and shuffle. Okay, Urza's nice here too. Island back into the deck, and then I don't think I want any of these else back in. I'm going to have enough big stuff probably. Not a bad pickup. There's Remand, Lose Focus, 2 mystery cards. I'm going to be okay if they counter this Talisman. I'm just going to play it out here. Maybe they Lutri in hand. Oh my gosh, they did. Land. Non-Saga land. Non-Urza Saga land. Damn. Been so crazy to just tap out for Urza spin. Maybe I'll Chalice them too. I have a lot of 2-drops though, is the problemo. They find a land. These games where you just sack a lot of clues are always pretty funny. So they have Loot Tree, 3 mystery cards. So how many cards that they could draw counter my Urza here? 1 Invert Polarity, 1 Logic Knot, 1 Sink into the Stupor, 1 Stern Scolding, and 1 Subtlety. So 4. Because I drew my land, and I guess I should not put myself in a position where I have to pay a life, but I guess I should Chalice first. This plays around the Scolding too. Is this a Blue Moon deck? Yeah, I guess kind of. It's a Loot Tree. Loot Tree is a deck that does play at least one main deck Moon, and sometimes they play like Magus and Harbinger too. Sometimes in the main, sometimes in the side. So they're going to Lightning Bolt and Loot Tree the Bolt. They do have a lot of 1-drops too. And so I can actually spin this twice. I think the Urza plan also makes you a lot better against Blood Moon too, which is pretty nice. Not that you were like super duper weak to it with the other build. Feels good to be doing this again. Though not the best hits. Hopefully they don't have their one of Flame of Lenore. We have Chalice stopping Unholy Heat. Yeah, they're out. Their out seems to be. I guess they have 1 Borrower, 1 Sink into the Stupor. I guess I don't know why I keep saying 1. Oh, they do have Harbinger. I missed the Harbinger. I think they may be looking at their deck list, looking for outs. Hit for 0, down to 14. Then they main phase Dress Down instead of in-step Dress Down to stop me from spinning Urza. Then they play a Mountain. Then they crack a Clue. Then they realize, oh no, my Tamiyo is not going to flip. Okay. My turn. Probably not playing the Saga into the Moon. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Urza is a very skill and intensive card, mostly so you don't misclick. Although drawing a card might have even been correct, because then we could cast a big Eldrazi if we drew it. Okay, we have a Chalice in play. Got 3 1-drops in a Chalice deck. I can spin again by playing Chalice on 0. I think drawing a card there was actually weirdly correct. Like just sack 1 and then spin the rest.
You want the rest of this?
Yeah, sure. That was perfect timing. Looks like they found the Logic Knot. Chalice on 2. I'm going to play Chalice on 0, then spin Urza again. We just have like 6 Eldrazi, Lrien Revealed, the One Ring, all like just game-ending hits. Just a Muck Sapphire. Not going to bother just putting this in the graveyard. I have no way to get it out. No Emrys in the deck. Pass the turn to you, opponent. Good luck to you. Weird game. We cast Emrakul on turn 3, but it wasn't all that good. And now my opponents found their Narset to kind of invalidate my ring. Are they going to not minus? I bet I hit Lrien Revealed off my Urza into this Narset. They do minus. They reveal Fire Ice. Why not play it and use it to play Shadowspear? We have a Chalice 1 in play, so we are not going to be playing any 1-drops. Yikes, dude. No. Not like this. So now we hit a Kappa Cannoneer. Oh, sorry. I do want to play it. Gonna tap the ring on their upkeep, I think. They don't really have good attacks. Could maybe have been good to save the Talisman to Unblockable Cannoneer to kill Narset. But we can also probably sack clues and find that artifact. Maybe not. Did they brick? Sorry, I didn't see them reveal anything. Yeah, they did brick. Okay, so we take 2 down to 11. We find another copy of the ring. Guess we just start off and cast that. Right, the Narset. Guess they can ice and pay for ward, huh? I guess I should have kept the new ring. I'm gonna sack a clue instead of tapping the ring, so I have 1 more life point to work with. And there's an artifact for Kappa Cannoneer, but I can't play it on 0. You should play Shadowspear into the graveyard so you can put it back in with Saga, then Urza Saga. I mean, I don't feel like I need to do that with any degree of urgency. My opponent could Flame of Ignore my Chalice. Alright, so taking 2 down to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is like almost mana positive. Almost mana positive. Yeah, that's how you play around Blood Moon, I guess. When I hit the Narset with that, because I have an Urza that can just poke it for 1. I had an Urza that can poke it for 1. I think this is just fine though. Like I don't know what their plan is gonna be exactly. Always hard to play around the Lutri deck. Bounce Bolt is lethal. They've already used their Lightning Bolt. They copied it with their Lutri even. How come we didn't pay with clues rather than lands? Because my Urza had been Tishana's Tidebindered, so I couldn't activate the Urza. You may have also noticed I didn't activate Urza for like 2 turns before that too. Yeah, we also have Chalice. So it doesn't. I don't think we're gonna get lightning bolted. I do think I'm gonna not tap my ring. All right, so let's cast an Urza. I still have lethal even if this gets countered, because I can go make a Saga token, cast a Chalice on 1 attack for 9 unblockable. Yeah, we did thankfully look at their deck with Emrakul this game, so no lightning strikes. Not a lot of burn in general, honestly. They got a lot of blue cards. I feel like these disputes are probably pretty solid. I'm interested in probably going down 1 Urza Saga, maybe 2 Urza Sagas because of all the moon effects. I think they're probably gonna be kind of bad. I don't know if I don't think I want Dismember. Let's do this. Let's shave the 4th Chalice, and then 5th Talisman probably. Seems okay. While they sideboard, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Pretty fun.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
All right back, right on time here. My opponent is on the play, going to reveal Lrien any second now. Lrien Revealed. What a clunker. Let's go to 6 cards here. Keeping this one.
Put back the second Tamiyo meets the story circle. Wow, and principle is awesome here. We can turn to Urza if we want to. We also can keep up Dispute on this turn potentially. We could Tamiyo meets the story circle before Urza, and then Protected meets the story circle with Dispute potentially. A lot of good stuff to like about this. We draw an Urza Saga though. Okay, let's play Saga. I like that we can Dispute a moon. Thoughts on a dedicated Bruteskull combo in a turbo woodland shell. Like cards like Cash Grab Woodland consistently can combo through graveyard hate. I mean, you should probably have some shifting woodlands in your Bruteskull combo decks. I don't know if Matt was playing any woodlands. I remember I liked Matt's list. I wonder if he had any woodlands. Probably should have at least one, especially if you have Myco Spawn. But I don't know. I don't know that I'm necessarily crazy about the sound of that shell either. Yeah, I will say, you know, the term turbo, this is something we've been kind of goofing about a little bit, but the term turbo usually means this deck idea is usually not that good, but I'm just adding the word turbo to make it sound better than it usually is. Not that that's definitely what's happening here. Getting Lrien here. The one of Force of Negation. We'll see if they have their second moon in their Lrien deck. Dude, Castle Vantress. I mean, like Omni Woodland Shell with 16 to 20 mil discard cards. Yeah, I mean, I think you could do that. It's just, again, it's not something I've really thought much about. I'm just kind of teasing the word turbo some because it kind of doesn't really mean anything, I think. All right. Didn't play around Heat that well, I guess, but we do get to get Rab our second Saga. Outgrind them. Turbo is supposed to imply that deck ignores interactive to go faster, at least in formats like Legacy. In Modern, players just want to turbo everything. Yeah, I think in Modern, turbo just kind of doesn't mean anything because every deck is just trying to be fast. I agree. So if I draw a blue source, I probably slam Urza here. Drew a Kappa Cannoneer. So I can't Tamiyo means to Story Circle and hold up Dispute and make a Saga token. But this Tamiyo meets the Story Circle is like gonna be quite good, I think, with like these two cards being my hand. So yeah, I think I'm kind of okay just not making a Saga token. And I think I want to dispute the remand just to like get them a little bit more hellbent for next turn. So next turn we can go make a Shadowspear, discard the card we draw, make a Saga token, and then we can cast Kappa Cannoneer after that. -2 power. Lutri into the hand instead of sacking the clue token. Then Murktide? Okay. I think that's okay. Okay, now I've drawn the One Ring. Does this change my plan at all? Yeah, I guess it does. I guess it does. So let's go float a mana, grab Soul Guide Lantern, exile Mishra's Bauble, crack Soul Guide Lantern, discard Kappa Cannoneer Otawara, cast Urza, then cast the ring. And my opponent only has one card, but they couldn't force a negation anyways. It's a pretty fun. This is a pretty fun deck. Zed, again, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the stream, my friend. Into Shadowspear. Let's go. Quite the turn. Can't quite equip the Shadowspear, I guess. Their hand is a Lutri, mystery card. Have some clues to crack too. Y'all remember Expressive Iteration? Dang it, they top decked Expressive Iteration. That used to be something we would say in this format all the time. Or we'd be like, thank goodness we top decked Expressive Iteration. Now it's like barely a card I think about when deck building. They have Blue Flare. I didn't see Blue Flare when I was looking at. Oh, they must have. They have Trainer. Yeah, I didn't see Flare when we Emrakul them. Oh no, they learned the lesson. They were getting Lutried so hard here. That was a crazy dress down. I think I probably want to Otawara my... Or sorry, Minamo my ring. I can even maybe find a dispute. I did not get my counter on the Cannoneer because of the dress down. That is kind of funny. After having a standing desk for a while, do I still enjoy having it? Yeah, I love the standing desk. I don't use it as much as I used to, but that's also because I just am leading a much more active lifestyle than I used to. But like on my like gym rest days, I really like to have it. I like to have it off stream. It's good for like just to get the blood pumping. I'm a pretty tall person in general, so I really don't like to sit for extended periods of time without stretching my legs ever. So down to 6. Finding a dispute here. Okay, there it is. Would be really good. There it is. Do you have enough mana to Ulamog and equip Shadowspear? So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 6 plus 5 is 11. So I have enough mana to Ulamog with Dispute. I guess I could just go Ulamog, exile Murktide, exile Ring. But what happens if they have their one of Consign to memory? That could be pretty bad, I guess. Are we just okay losing if our opponent has their one of Consign? I could also go Tamiyo meets the Story Circle, Tamiyo meets the Story Circle, equip Shadowspear. Gain 5 up to 11, and then take 4 from the ring down to 7. Take 3 from the Murktide down to 4, and I'm not dead to a bolt. You got 12 with Kappa. 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12. Well, I mean, tapping this doesn't like really help, right? I think I'm going to play around Consign. Okay, so with Snake, yeah, I guess we just dispute back. And if they pay, we just dispute again. Telling Cat with the 20 months, thank you so much. Glad you're still liking the stream. Welcome back, my friend. What a crazy set Throne of Eldraine was. So I guess they have another 1 mana interactive piece. Does it beat this dispute? Maybe it's the Consign. That's true. We could just Ulamog if they pay and exile Murktide and Ring. Okay, I'm going to pay, I guess. Right? Pay 3. Yeah, it's fine. This doesn't really do anything. It is always fun to wonder which counterspell do you have, Lrien Gamer. Right, then we get to go Talisman, tap Shadowspear, equip. Guess I'll leave Urza back for Ragavan. Go up to 11, and then their Murktide is going to be able to hit me for 3. So I'm going to go down to 8, and then I'm going to go down to 4 off the ring and not be dead to a bolt. And then I get to really pop off with Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. It's going to be crazy, but they'll probably concede. I can discard like 10 cards or something because I have the Minamo. The rare 3/7 Murktide region. You don't see that one very often. We didn't see Stoke the Flames earlier. They boarded it in. We get got, I guess. I guess. Oh, they have Lutri in their hand, right? They could go Lutri Bolt. Yeah, the -4 power Tamiyo. She should be immune to Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. I guess she kind of is because 0 power isn't really different. Okay, so they flip Adelphia. Yeah, the problem is my opponent's just going to because my Tamiyo meets the Story Circle is just going to trigger the Kappa Cannoneer like 1,000 times, and unfortunately they'll concede to that instead of the Ulamog and Emrakul I'm casting this turn. We might crash Magic Online. They're consigning my, and I didn't draw a dispute. They're consigning both of my Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. I guess I just get to Ulamog now, but that is so funny. We should all be a bit more like the Lrien gamers, y'all. Okay, I mean, I cast Ulamog. I don't care if they subtlety. I'm going to exile my Ring and my Murktide. I'm going to Chalice on 0 just to grow the Kappa Cannoneer. Kill Tamiyo. Gain 5. I didn't even know I had another Ulamog hanging out over here. What a pleasant surprise. Any reason not to swing with Urza? Yeah, they plus their Tamiyo. It has negative power. Well, opponent decides that we're still playing this game, which is fine, I guess. Oh, no, they say GG. GG to you two. Very, very fun match. 2-1. Okay, so this was actually going to be play Saga turn 1, play Shadowspear, then turn 2 make a Saga token. Although it might be better for me to cycle Lrien Revealed to Saga turn 1 instead of making the token. If I draw a land, I'll definitely play the token, but also like playing the Shadowspear out is better against Bowmaster on my token, so we'll see. But this is, of course, always nice to be able to make the Saga token turn 2, and this seems like a matchup where it'll probably be good. Is under 6 feet considered tall? I'm not under 6 feet. But also don't gatekeep, please. You can find my official height in the Hardened Scales lawsuit notes. Okay, we're paused here in response to this bobble trigger. Going up, up, up. Could someone that's under 6 feet do this? Huh? Maybe, I guess, depending on how low the ceiling is. Yeah, I still can't disclose any details of the very real, very genuine, time-consuming, serious lawsuit that definitely does exist. Okay, I'm gonna play Saga. Yeah, most hobbits would be able to do that too. All right, we took 2 minutes to resolve this Mishra's Bauble. Urza Saga trigger on the stack. Take your time, opponent. Take your time. All right, they decide no responses. Shadowspear on the stack. Take your time. Now you have 6. Maybe they're getting lagged. Take your time. Also, please don't Birding Inquiry away. What, Ugin's Labyrinth? Okay, so they are probably playing Hollow One. So if I go Talisman plus cycle Lrien Revealed, the next turn I can definitely go Urza. I don't know if I can go Urza Kappa Cannoneer, but I think that's going to be my line. Yeah, I think they're lagging too. Spike's take on the announcement? I don't know. I mean, I think it's bad that there's not a Pioneer RCQ. It seems like such an easy slam dunk that they should just do 1 Modern, 1 Standard, 1 Pioneer. Seems like you're just pissing everybody off for no reason. I don't know. It's just so hard to like feel so strong and emotional about like these random wizard decisions, though. They just always seem so like I don't know why they did that. I would have never done that. And I don't know. Do I have enough mana to Chalice on 1 first? No, I can Chalice on 1 after. I'm just tired. Like, there's also even a chance that this isn't what's happening, and like they just like missed, like, there's a typo in the article because there's like typos in these articles all the time. Like that's probably not what's happening, but I don't know. I like to build my modern decks. I like to show you all my modern decks, and I just okay. Beyond that, I just don't know anymore. Okay, so we lose our construct. That should be okay. We can't Kappa Cannoneer, but we can crack our lantern and shrink the Nethergoyf. Was confirmed, not a typo. Okay, cool. At least we've entered the post-typo phase of this announcement. Not sure if you're touching this. I feel like most people who play seem to just play one format competitively, and then maybe one, but just barely. More reason for one RCQ each type. Yeah, exactly. I think that that's true. I mean, at the very least, like we're gonna have like these GP style events, which may still be good outlets for Pioneer to exist, but I don't know. I don't believe that you're winning this this fight, opponent. Okay, I sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern. Exile your graveyard. That's not even true. The Spotlight series are incredibly limited. Wait, it's not true that there could be Pioneer Spotlight series, or what? We'll equip next turn. This decision, coupled with no PTs outside US, is terrible. Oh, I didn't see that there's no PTs outside the US. That sucks. They're limited scope and there's only a few of them. Yeah, sure. But like, I don't know, like if there's 2 Pioneer Spotlight series versus 1 Pioneer RC, I don't know if it's really that different. I guess it's pretty different for people outside the US. Dude, this Chalice is wrecking them. Yeah, the PTs outside the US were always the the ones everyone wanted to go to. Yeah, probably bad overall. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can't quite cast Ulamog if we wanted to. Being baited blanks. Ooh, don't want to cast that. that was almost a little bit of an oopsie into the Bowmaster. What's my valuing of the Belcher deck so far? Belcher deck is good. I like the Tamashi build. I also like Nassif's build that's just like no Tamashi, just like interaction and just Belcher with a lot of ways to find Belcher. Yeah, I think that the deck is pretty good, pretty real. No PTs outside the US anymore. Well, no PTs outside the US this year, I guess. That does suck. So these are the regional championship dates. It may not be here, but like I didn't see where it says that there's no PTs outside the US. I just read someone say that in chat. Okay, there's a non-hasty FOMO. Ended up brewing the FOMO Kiki deck. Yeah, we played that all morning. We went 7-3 with a Boros Jolted Awake build. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was 9 mana last turn. It's still 9 mana, I guess. Zero forever. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate you, my friend. Welcome back. What are we doing here? I think I'm going to cut the expedition map and a talisman and bring in 2 dismembers. The earlier magic dies, earlier I could see Spike grinding Dark Souls no hit runs. Yeah. I don't know what to do if magic dies. I guess work out the game I'm working on and finish that novel. Become a fitness influencer too. Did you guys know working out is good for you? Did you guys know you should eat healthy? Money, please. Sign up for my 8-week online course for $10,000 where I tell you to work out and eat healthy. I tell you to sleep a lot. Let's sleep 8 hours a night. And then you'll be successful.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
As a Dark Souls fan, is Witchfire a game that's never read? I have not heard of Witchfire. I have not heard of Witchfire. Wake up at 5 a.m., lift weights, eat well. Have a good attitude, yeah. I mean, all these things, of course, are good, but just like I don't know how I don't know how they keep up, you know. Like, how do you find new? I guess you could do like new workouts and stuff. Yeah, you guys all owe me 10K now for for that advice, by the way. I mean, we have a Labyrinth and a Ring. It's probably not. It's kind of hard to mull again. Just top deck a Chalice or a Talisman. Yeah, I'll ask my friends about Witchfire, I guess. I don't know if I have any room in my heart for a new video game right now, though. The lag is also really...
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Hey, Spike, I know this is a bit random, but could you elaborate on the phrase 2-for-1? I keep hearing it a lot. I'm not sure what it means. Yeah, so 2-for-1 is a pretty common Magic terminology. And so it basically means that you used one card in exchange for two cards. And so this could either mean you do something like cast a divination and you cast one card and you got two, or like you cast a Kolaghan's Command and you killed their Talisman and you killed their Dragon Rage's Channeler and you killed two things with one card. Since the implementation of the One Ring, the idea of a 2-for-1 has really faded away. But like it used to be that like a lot of games were just one because you did more 2-for-1s than your opponent did. All right, game 3. I'm the fit friend. Oh boy, people disappointed to hear my secret is eating while working out, sleeping well. I mean, all those things are very important, and I encourage everyone here to eat a lot, sleep well, and work out. But I just think the people who build their whole like life around saying that over and over and again are probably not having a lot of fun creating their content. All right, I don't know that you can beat a turn 1 Chalice. What's the best Omni Woodlands list without Ring? I mean, you can play green-red Woodlands without Ring. Ring is like not that important of a card in the deck. You can play like 4th Traverse, 4th Cast Grab, one other card. Okay, so they play a Chalice. I guess if they have like FOMO, if they have FOMO and we just never find our 4th land. I want to look a little bit at a God Pharaoh's Gift Woodlands deck, where you're playing God Pharaoh's Gift, 10-mana Ulamog, and Cityscape Leveler as your imprintables. Your win condition is God Pharaoh's Gift on Ulamog. And I don't know if you want to be like Gruul and Splashing Red for Trash Your Treasure to get back Cityscape Leveler and God Pharaoh's Gift. I don't know if you want to play FOMO for extra combat steps. But something along these lines sounds pretty dang good. We went 7-3 with the red-white list. We may have gone 9-1 if we had played Wrath the Skies over Pyroclasm, because both of our losses were to Affinity, or two of our 3 losses were to Affinity. So overall, the deck was looking pretty good. What deck is that, Godless? No, I that's just something I'm going to work on tonight, I think, is this God Pharaoh's Gift idea. Yeah, FOMO Leveler sounds pretty nice. I think it's also could be a discard outlet for Trash for Treasure and Woodlands. So probably starting green-red. Wait, are they playing like... Okay, Detectives Phoenix, sure. Have you revealed what kind of game you're designing? No, it's kind of unique, so I don't really want to say yet. Because the kind of game is sort of like the whole shebang. Oh no. Oh no. My own Chalice has betrayed me. Alright, so I think we're going to cast Kappa Cannoneer. And then plan to just cast the ring and then like take a hit this turn, cast the ring, attack the next turn. Maybe if they have a FOMO here, we could lose. They do have a homo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They have a FOMO. Chat, please. I can't take another Hardened Scales lawsuit. They do have a FOMO, but they didn't haste it. They didn't haste it. They didn't haste it. I guess they can Phoenix it? They Phoenix the hollow one. Yeah, if they had just hasted the Arena of Glory, we're dead. Shout out to all the homos in the chat. Sincerely, this is a very LGBT friendly space. Love you guys. Okay, we're gonna take a damage to the ring. Down to 5. Tap the ring, go to 3. Dead to a... I guess not dead to a bolt because of Chalice. I just want another artifact or an island to hit them next time. Alright, let's go ahead and probably win this game. Yeah, that was probably my favorite, or the best, like, gaff in a while. It was inevitable. It was inevitable since a card called FOMO entered the modern format. Alright, we're cycling, Lrien Revealed, getting a basic island, cast Urza, unblockable, win the game. Now we got the Wild Slash covered with the Chalice. Cannoneer's pretty dang good. There's some talk about cutting it. It just gives it like such a good angle of attack and is a really damn good card. Is a really good damn card. All right, let's get a 4-1 prediction going. Unless we die here somehow. I'm waiting to start the prediction. I guess we could die to Rakdos Charm. That's a card people cast sometimes. I would say the ring won the game. I mean, sure, maybe. I mean, without Kappa Cannoneer, like they have Bowmaster. I don't know. It was a little bit of a team effort here. The Bowmaster would have definitely been much more punishing if we couldn't just go Kappa Cannoneer in between rings. Even Urza would have just not done it. Okay, I'm gonna start the 4-1 prediction. Yeah, Manamorphose Deflecting Palm. If we lose this game, you'll lose the 4-1 prediction. Okay, there we go. Let's get in there. No imprintables. I think we have to mulligan this hand. This is a nice one, though. This is a nice one. Yeah, I think we put back the Urza. Like, could you just go down? Could you play, like, maybe no Bloodghasts, and then play some split of Narcomoeba Prized Amalgam? Maybe it competes with the Oculus too much on the 3-drop slot. But it would be something to think about. I can just play Island, I guess. If I draw Archway of Innovation, I think I may want to just like discard my hand and cast Emrakul. Yeah, maybe not. Just kind of think about it some. I'll say overall, I think this looks pretty good. I like getting the flares in here. I don't love that like Prized Amalgam is really your only way to get, or sorry, Satoros are really your only way to get Snacker back. So I would like to find room for some deep analysis, but you know, you said decking can be a problem, and I guess this doesn't exactly help with that, right? So I'm not sure, but I think you're off onto the right direction. I don't know that I would really want to do or see you do too much else here without just some playtesting. Maybe I should have saved this. Any hope for Necrobelchulus to become competitive? I don't know. I mean, I liked it. This is like most lists or most decks I play where I don't know. It's like pretty good. I liked it. I think y'all can mess with it. I think if I was gonna play Necro, I would definitely keep working on the Belcher build. Oh my gosh, this is. Sorry, I didn't realize this was Dredge. The Natty Lantern. Okay, this matchup is probably pretty good. I think I'm just gonna save the Lantern here. Finding Saga is pretty nice. I'm gonna discard the Minamo, despite being able to untap my ring. I don't think we'll need it. How did Necrobelcher go? Was it 3-2? I can't remember. I think it might have been 2 3-2s. Might have been a 4-1 and a 2-3. Something along, those lines. The variance is quite high if Satoru sticks. Decking out is a problem. If Satoru doesn't stick, it can be hard for the deck to do anything. I like the idea of dropping a couple cards in favor of some deep analysis. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, you have the Oculi too as like kind of backup plan too. But I think you're off to the right start. I don't have too many notes overall. I think you're just kind of doing pretty good. Okay, so we do have the ring protection for the Conflagrate here. We should have a draw stop if they dredge over something you want to pop. So the thing is, usually if they dredge over something you want to pop, a trigger goes on the stack that you just get to respond to. So I don't think it's usually a big problemo. Okay, so we're going to take 1, then tick Saga up to 2, another copy of Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle. Yeah, I'll shuffle that back in. Have I built any Oculus decks yet? Yeah, we've played a couple different builds. Yesterday we played a Flare of Denial build of Dimir Oculus that I thought was like pretty cool. And we had a chatter who said that they had been messing around with that shell and that they had had some success with it so far. I think I'm just gonna play the Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle. I'm like just kind of I can get a Archway of Innovation off the Saga. Now I don't know if I want to crack the Lantern. I'm basically stopping them from dealing me 5 with this Conflagrate, but then I'm only taking 1 to the Ghoul because of the Story Circle. Does Godfarrow's Gift reanimating Master, fabricating her, and draining with artifacts sound interesting? Not really, no. I think the best thing to get is like Ulamog and like Cityscape Leveler because they both imprint to Ugin's Labyrinth, and Godfarrow's Gift also imprints to Labyrinth. And the fact that like FOMO like goes well with Godfarrow's Gift and helps you get Delirium for Woodland and gives you multiple combat steps for Godfarrow's Gift, all of that sounds very exciting to me. So that's gonna be the first thing we work on tonight. I might play a second league of this tomorrow though, because I think this deck is pretty good. Like we just keep putting up pretty good results with this package, and I think it's just been like something I've liked a lot, I guess. What changed for me to play Saga now? I remember you're pretty low on the card. Well, I've been pretty low on the card in like this is an all-in artifact deck, kind of like Saga's very good in this deck. We're playing Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle, Urza. This is like kind of the best one you can play almost. But it's also like it's not that Saga's unplayable, but it's like a lot of times when people want me to include Saga, it's in like Rin and 6 decks or like fair or like mono black Sunken Citadel decks, and like this like Saga is much worse than it used to be, and it is much worse in these shells than it used to be too. Because we're going to take 1 to the Ghoul, and then we are going to take up take up the Sagas, draw in response. We do draw an Archway of Innovation, so we can get a Shadowspear here if we want to. Yeah, so I guess we'll just go... Oh my god, no! This happens too much! Wait, I can actually just Emrakul them, though. Okay, what also happens too much is I like misclick like this, and it just is like randomly the right play, too. Because now I get to go grab Shadowspear, discard Tamiyo, Talisman, Urza, Kappa Cannoneer. I think I'll keep the ring to reset the ring. Because now I could just conflagrate their board. But yeah, but Saga is still playable, but it just is much weaker than it used to be. I don't know how this like was just randomly the right play, too. One mana short of equipping the Shadowspear onto the Emrakul to gain 13 life, but shouldn't be required. Oh, I guess they had no dredge cards in their yard. But this is going to be an easy flashback conflagrate killer board, and then pop the lantern probably. Well, I guess I should. Yeah, do this first. Should Dark Blast something so you can get rid of their dredger. I mean, this is going to win the game. Oh, I can even put a card on top, a black card on top. I can put Golgari Thug on top. Then I can pop the lantern. You draw Golgari Thug. You cast Golgari Thug. I equip my Shadowspear onto Emrakul. I attack for 14. You're at 14. Going to game 2. Tucker with the 1 year. What was the best Steam Vents deck in Modern? What is the best Steam Vents deck in Modern? Not a lot of Steam Vents decks, huh? Here's a good question. Maybe Dredge, honestly. Yeah, there's Jeskai, I suppose. Dredge is pretty good at the moment, though. Yeah, there's Domain Zoo. Domain Zoo does play a Steam Vents, huh? Okay, so let's play Force of Negation over Chalice of the Void, probably. Chalice is okay, actually. Can like trim a Kappa Cannoneer, trim one Chalice, trim one of these. Maybe second Cannoneer. Yeah, some Storm variants. I guess there's a lot of Steam Vent decks, I take it back. Jeskai Energy with Mockingbird, the most underrated energy deck. That might actually be kind of good if they ban the ring. Or it might be better if they ban the ring. I think Creativity could play the Story Circle Archway package. It's like, you don't really want a Creativity into Ulamog and Emrakul, and this is the best stuff to Archway out, and Archway's not a mountain for Dwarven Mine, so probably not. Oh, and the same comment, never mind, typing this out seems not worth it, yeah. Yep. We could maybe play Archway in this Godpharaoh's gift deck we're brewing up, though. Probably not in our first draft. I do think Zoo decks are very good. I'm kind of glad that deck survived. I think it's feels like a very healthy deck to exist in the metagame, and it gives you kind of like that tempo counterspell plan. It's very weird though. Thanks, Kuna. Yeah, I like this arc. I like Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle a lot. We've had a lot of different builds of it, and we've done pretty well with them every time. I think it's an archetype that is a little bit slept on. And I think I like this build more than the Eldrazi variants that we've had before. Urza is very nice in the deck. Last time we played the Eldrazi build, there's a lot of questions about Urza, and I'm like, I'm working on it, and here it is. But this time, Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle is a much better card because it's better with Saga and Kappa Cannoneer and Urza, not just the Archway. Yeah, it is. So if Blue-Red Wizards can like somehow figure out a good main deck answer to Flage, that would be that'd be really nice for the archetype. But you probably just have to play your own Flages and Jeskai. I tried splashing Thraben Charm in Wizards to have an answer to Flage and have an answer to Leyline of the Guild Pact, and it felt a little silly, I think. Let's give this one a go, especially on the draw. I can potentially map for an Archway, which might feel a little bit weird to do instead of getting a Soul Guide Lantern. A Narcomoeba and a Ghoul. Okay, just drawing it is pretty dang nice too. Is Subtlety not good enough? For this deck? Isn't Ring a good answer to Flage? Ring is like not in Boros is it Wizards, which like has a really hard time getting a Flage off the field if it's resolved, but I like the idea like Wizards is kind of nice because it has a really low mana curve and a lot of card advantage. Like Snapcaster Flame, Tamiyo Flame, Flame by itself is like, it's very powerful while keeping a low mana curve. And I think you end up being like pretty good against the ring decks, which is like something you maybe wouldn't expect. Yeah, we had to play the Archway first because we didn't have an island for it to enter untapped, by the way. We have a counterspell? What about exercise? Yeah, I mean, at least with wizards, like, you just kind of have to splash a color, which is... That's the main thing I don't like. Tidebinder. I mean, Tidebinder is not very good against Flage because they just still have a 6/6, and you're just not very good at dealing with 6/6s. Okay, so we get to cast it Emrakul again, or probably we'll get to cast it next turn. So if we discard Urza Saga, Emrakul, Force of Negation, Otawara, Ugin's Lab, this is 10 mana, and the Emrakul will cost 9. So we can, in theory, keep one card in our hand pretty comfortably. If it's Saga, that's one less type. Maybe we could. I think we could just discard our new card and keep it. We'll double check when it comes back to our turn. Jeskai Wizards pending or binding. Yeah, I tried Jeskai Wizards with Flage and Thraben Charm off stream, and it was okay, but it didn't end up streaming with it. So there's their ghoul. Okay, we can also Ulamog. Yeah, I guess at this point we just keep an Emrakul and an Ulamog in our deck, or in our hand. I think I'm going to go for the Ulamog first. I'm going to go after the blue sources so they can't Cephalid Coliseum. What about a splash for Kozilek's Command? In this deck, we've played many versions of this deck with the Kozilek's Command. Oh, we're talking about in Wizards. Okay, well, never mind. It's double Col. It's not possible to splash for. And not very good without Labyrinth or a Temple. Did Spike react to a green-red woodland Kipiki FOMO? I mean, I tried to build it. I think my Boros build was better, probably. But not sure. We might be able to deck our opponent, just Emrakul them, exile 20 cards. And if they have like a reunion, we can probably deck them. Almost certainly wreck them. I'm going to say no to these. My Emrakul gets cheaper, not that it matters, I guess. I can also give Ulamog Vigilance with our Minamo. Will they concede to my Emrakul on the stack? I exile 20 cards, you're down to 13. Will you chump block? Yeah, I don't mind that so much. Okay, so they have an Ox of Agonis, a Cephalid Coliseum. Yeah, seems like I should be able to dredge them out with the Coliseum, probably. So we'll play the Coliseum. They have a Thug, and yeah, another Thug, so we'll go... Yeah, they just die right now because we go... They have to draw 3. We dredge 5. Wait, what? Oh, no, I misclicked. I didn't replace the other draws. I think we'll be okay, though. They have 1 card in their library. We're at 15 life. They don't have Conflagrate in the yard. Conflagrate might be their last card. But that was a... I was misclicked on the second dredge, which is weird though. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. Oh, I can't dredge with that many cards. So I needed to go dredge Thug because I can't go dredge 5 to dredge 4. I see. So that never mind. Not the most common situation. Where can I find your good blue-red modern list? You can find all my deck list in the Mox field, but I have not put out a new Wizards list in a while. There's a lot of them in the Mox field. Yeah, Emrakul, most misplayed card in Modern. especially on this channel. I think this archetype is slept on. We've been putting up pretty good results with the Archway Eldrazi builds. I think this build is probably better. This is our only league with the deck on stream so far. It's been good off stream also. I would play it again. Maybe we'll get I would like to get a second league in with this week, maybe in between rounds of the challenge on Friday, maybe tomorrow. Not sure yet, but I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat a lot, and I'm going to sleep a lot. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in to twitch.tv/AspiringSpike today. I've been your host. I'm going to go ahead and raid our friend Ollie Eldrazi. And I will be back tomorrow.